Man, that was a whimper of a finale. This is it. This is the culmination of all these hours that we've watched these characters. Hello and welcome back to Nerddom. My name is Matt, and today we have the series finale of Agatha All Along. Yes, we finally made it to the end. This was a 2-episode season series finale, just on the cusp of Halloween, so perfect timing for witches and death and all this other stuff. Now we're just gonna get right into it. I don't want to waste your time, since there's a lot to go over. Quality-wise, quality is okay, but the story itself, man, that was a whimper of a finale. I gotta be honest, man. I have to be honest. It went into almost what I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be a beam battle, and it kind of turned into a beam battle. What are these powers? These are witches. This is the original Green Witch. Like, I don't understand how the powers are kind of lame and the attacking is just kind of boring. There's nothing really extraordinary about this fight between Agatha, between Wiccan, and Death. And I don't know if this is budgetary concerns. I don't know if this is just lack of imagination with powers, with witches. You have spells, you have incantations, you have much more stuff that you can do, but it always seems to go into a beam. Even when the witches are attacking Agatha in the flashbacks, they're just beams. Like, Marvel can't think of anything else? Have they not watched Harry Potter? Have they not watched anything? I mean, if you think about the green in the DC realm, think of Poison Ivy, think of Swamp Thing, think of what powers that they can do with nature. And what does the Green Witch actually do? She just throws around vines. That's basically it. That's all that Death really does. I have such a big problem with this fight. It's just kind of boring to me. It all is just so boring. It's unimaginative, and that whole fight, man, I was just like, this is it. This is the culmination of all these hours that we've watched these characters. I was let down, dude. I was let down. I'm like, all right, let's see what they can come up with witch powers, with Wiccan, with all this other stuff. And it's just beams. It's just different colors of beams. God. And then let's get into after that whole fight, we figure out, after Agatha does sacrifice herself, that this whole Witch's Road is actually part of an illusion that Wiccan, or Billy, has been casting the whole time. So that part was kind of cool. I will admit, that part was kind of cool. There's so much like your mother. He's able to create a different reality. He's able to create something that is tangible than the real world and go through all these spells. And it makes total sense now why they had costume changes and stuff like that. So yes, Agatha knew the Witch's Road didn't exist. She knew it, and yet she moved on anyways, and that's why she was shocked why the original episodes had the Witch's Road and all of that. She really just wanted the other witches to use their powers to blast her so she could just kill them and get her power back. And how do we know this? Well, she told us, but we also see why. Yes, the finale of the series to me is episode 8, with episode 9 acting as basically an epilogue after the culmination of the show in episode 8. Agatha sacrifices herself. She has the kiss of death, per se, and then Billy is able to live on. But the stuff before this in the morgue, that part was actually pretty cool. I was digging it, and that's why, again, I'm just so let down by the fight. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think, how you guys feel about that fight. I think the whole lead up to it was pretty cool. It was emotional. It was, Billy trying to escape his reality into a different reality and help Tommy and come into power per se. Same thing with Jennifer Kale. She was able to get her power back because of Agatha. She helped her. I don't like how Agatha was the one who put the spell on Jennifer Kale. I think that makes the world a little bit too small, and it makes Agatha, I don't know, I guess she is very big and very important, and we find out why in the next episode. But the whole series leading up to that point with Agatha and, her asking for more time, that part kind of is confusing too, because she's yelling at Death once she makes it out. She's yelling at Death saying, "I want my prize." Did she expect Billy to give her her prize? If she knew that Billy was making these realities the whole time, right? If he was the one making the Witch's Road into what it is, and all the trials had to do with him, per se, did she think that Billy was going to create or do the same thing that he did for himself, that she thought he was going to do then for her son? And that's what her prize was supposed to be? That part made me kind of like confused. If she's all yelling at Death saying, "I want my prize," as if Death is in control of that? What is her prize? What is she looking for? I guess that's what I'm confused by. And then, like I said, we get into the fight. Aubrey Plaza is okay. I can see her being a larger part of the Marvel Universe moving forward. I can see that. And Thanos would definitely want to say hello. Yeah. But Billy makes a remark saying, like, something about her son, about Nicholas, about Nicky, and she decides in that very moment she was gonna betray him. Do you guys believe that Agatha was ready to betray Billy in that there moment? And then it's what he said that really turned her to take it upon herself to die? I think she was gonna walk away. I think she was gonna walk away and leave Billy to death. I mean, at least that's what they kind of spell it out anyways. But she decides to take the kiss of death. She then passes, but her time is not yet ended on this plane. She has some unfulfilled tasks that she needs to do, which is how we see her in the next episode as a ghost. So she is a Force ghost. She is going to be leading Billy into power. She is Agatha Wan Kenobi, and she looks good with gray hair. That looks cool. I think that character looks a lot better with gray hair. I think that's nice. But she explains it all to him in that episode, and we get a very elongated backstory on Agatha, which I did enjoy. I thought it was cool. I thought it was heartfelt. It was touching. It was hitting the right points for me, and it's really crazy that now we know that her and her son are the ones that created the lore, the fairy tale, the song of the Witch's Road. And that's why in some of the earlier episodes, Agatha remarked very quickly that the Witch's Road does not exist. It doesn't exist. And why doesn't it exist? Because she made up the song slowly over time, and I did appreciate the time that we got with her son. I think that was awesome. Good amount of time spent. You really do get to see the relationship develop and why things are happening. I dug it. Catherine Hahn killed it. Good job, Catherine. The little kid did pretty well too, man. Did pretty well. But we see her make a pact with Death. She makes the pact. She is going to deliver the souls to Death for more time with Nicholas. Nick? Not sure. And he's able to live for a good 6 years until finally Death takes him for some reason. Is it because she didn't deliver enough souls in the required amount of time, so Death took him? Is he still off into the ether? Death does say something that he is not here, but he's somewhere else. So is he able to be found? I guess Agatha now is a spirit, is a ghost, is whatever it is in the Marvel worlds. Is she able to commune and find him in the afterlife? But that stuff I think was really well done. And then you see her basically using the deal with Death to take out a bunch of witches, and she creates this lore Well, she didn't create it. They kind of went around towns and then sang and told the story of the Witches' Road. And she did it around a bunch of different witches' communes, but she then tricks a bunch of other groups of witches, a bunch of other covenless witches who creates a coven, and then she accosts them every time that they can't summon the Witch's Road because it doesn't exist. And when she accosts them, they then blast her with beams, with wavy beams. And then she's able to soak up the power in their life force as well. So she's able to deliver rapid amount of witches' souls quite quickly with this. And my guess is that she's still doing it. Maybe I missed it. She's still doing it so that way she can elongate her life. And that was kind of the deal. But yeah, man, all that stuff was really cool. But then we see her being a force ghost with Billy. And she kind of explains a bunch of stuff that we just found out. And then I guess the whole quest from there on, one would say a vision quest, is for him and her to find Tommy. And that's basically how we end it. I was actually very shocked to see it end right there. I thought maybe we're going to get a different shot, a bit, I don't know, more of a larger, grandiose, epic shot, maybe of them in the street in the town. I don't know. It just seemed kind of meh, you know? The whole ending was kind of meh. There's some cool scenes, like I said, the flashback was cool. The other scene in the morgue on the Witch's Road trial house escape room was cool, but in between all that and then the ending, kind of just plaid for me. So was it a good show? I think most of it was pretty good. It's very sad. You actually see Alice talk to Death, and she is gone. She's gone, and she's like, you know, I wanted more time to do what I needed to. She's like, you're protecting witch. You protected people. There you go. You did it. I feel like a lot of the deaths are kind of like, a lot of the characters too, they're kind of just blah. Marvel has a villain problem. It always has. Marvel has a character problem now. Didn't always, in my opinion. Some say it did. But like the characters that were sacrificed, no one gives a shit about the fucking neighbor. That's for damn sure. She's dead. And she's just a person. And that part makes me kind of sad that all these characters weren't given proper amount of time, maybe. Maybe I'm wrong, though. Let me know down in the comments below your thoughts on Agatha as a season entirely, the finale. Did you like it? Do you think the characters were serviced well? Were you shocked by the ending? Let me know. Yep, this is probably the end of spooky season, so I hope you enjoyed your time in October. Next, we're gonna be heading into Thanksgiving. It's gonna be a quick couple weeks and then we're into the freaking holiday season, so get ready for that. I've had a blast talking about horror and scary stuff with you guys, so it's been a lot of fun. If you liked the video, feel free to subscribe for more nerdiness. Also, please consider smashing the like button. Really does help out the channel. And again, let me know your thoughts on Agatha All Along. Thank you so much, and have a spooky day. Bye.